Welcome to the Indie Author Showcase. I'm Chad Robert Morgan.
And I am Alexander Robert Morgan.
Your middle name's not Robert.
How do you know?
Because I gave it to you. Your middle name's Scott.
I think it's Robert.
It is not Robert. I have your birth certificate.
I think it's Robert.
No, your middle name's Scott because I wanted to name you Scott, and I was overruled. Your sister wanted to name you Alex.
Okay, fine. I'm Alexander Scott Robert Morgan.
There is no Robert in your name.
Why can't I have two middle names?
Because we didn't give you two middle names. We gave you one.
Well, you see, I actually legally just got it changed to Alexander Scott Robert Morgan. And you need to respect that.
You're so full of crap. Anyway.
No.
So full of crap. Anywho. So we got news. We got new news.
Okay.
We do. So, been saying I am 4-time award-winning author, Chad Robert Morgan. Well, now the news is I am now, count them, 5-time award-winning author.
Why?
Because I've won another award. Thank you very much.
Why? What mistake did they make?
They awarded me another award. So.
Yeah, did they put your name into the wrong cabinet? What happened? Did they do the thing where it's like in the movies where oops, I swapped the papers and I actually put the dumb kid in the gifted school?
Funny you should say that.
Oh, he's gonna go on a tangent for 15 minutes.
Yes, very well. So, you asked, now I'm going to tell you. So, and this is why you need a friggin' haircut. So.
Why? My hair's fine.
Because, with your hair short, you can't pull it out in frustration. Now, so, short history. One of the first awards I got was the Audiobook Reviewer's Choice Award.
Gasp.
I submitted the Baby Eater for the Audiobook Review, Audiobook Reviewers review. They loved it. In fact, it took so long for them to get back to him, I actually forgot I submitted him.
Gasp.
Submitted it to him. And then I got the emails oh, sorry it took so long. And it was just overflowing. It's oh, this was an incredible book. We loved it so much. And we're going to give you the Audiobook Reviewer's Choice Award. And so I was just, flabbergasted. So
I also get flabbergasted from time to time. Don't worry. It's an average human response. I do it sometimes.
Right. So
did you just play? I've never been flabbergasted before.
Can I tell my story?
I am hooked.
Can I tell my story? Thank you.
Will your story be interested?
I am trying to get to it. So, my next book was Intergalactic Space Force, The Cherub Threat. And I'm like, oh, well, if they loved The Baby Eater, they're going to love my next book, right? Because I'm such an awesome writer. So, I sent them.
But what if it's a genre thing?
Well, this is what I'm trying to get at. So, I sent them Intergalactic Space Force, and they gave me 4 out of 5 stars.
Ooh.
Still a good review. 4 out of 5. Still a good review, but obviously not the overflowing award-winning review that I was hoping for. So I had mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, I was hoping for another rave review. On the other hand, it made the first review have more weight because obviously it was not a 5-star mill, right? They weren't just handing these things out like candy. The first review had more weight since the second review was not as stellar as the first review, right? So I'm like, okay, well, kind of mixed feelings about that, but all right. So now we have my first young adult novel, which is a collection of short stories in the Last Rite universe called The Last Rite Short Bites, Volume 1, Bloodlines, right?
Does it include any swashbuckling or seafaring?
No.
Ooh.
Why? What? Okay, I'm not even going to dignify that with a reply.
I'm just saying, a book can only be good at the swashbuckling and or seafaring.
Okay, so I submitted it for a review. Okay? And I got a reply back. And they came back, oh, this was a really good review. 5 stars.
Did they comment that there was no swashbuckling or seafaring?
They did not comment on the swashbuckling or the seafaring. Somebody wants to be strangled at this point. Now,
I just want to know the swashbuckling and
there was no
hell, I'll even take plundering.
There was no plundering, no swashbuckling, no seafaring. It was not a pirate book. Okay? It was a young adult horror short story. Can I tell my damn story?
Okay.
Thank you.
You can tell it as a review bomb you.
So, 5-star review, but there's no mention of any award. So hold on. So I'm kind of like, should I poke this bear, or
should I take the book down? Should I never show my face in public ever again?
No. I mean, a 5-star review is still, really nice, but I'm wondering if I should prod this or let it go. And I'm like, I'm going to go. So is there another Audiobook Reviewer's Choice Award in the works here, or what's going to happen? And what was interesting is they replied back and they gave me a little insight into their process. And so they replied back very politely.
Politely.
Yes, and they said, well, this is what we do.
They did mention, however, that they hate you and never want to hear from you again.
No, they did not.
That's kind of embarrassing.
They did not say that. So what the reviewer said is that what's happening is that another reviewer is also reviewing the book. So if that reviewer also gives it a 5-star review, then it gets the Audiobook Reviewer's Choice Award. So the first reviewer gives it the rating, but then if the second reviewer agrees with the first reviewer's review, then it gets the award, right? And so I was like, that second reviewer is supposed to get back to me on Monday, and I'll let you know. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting and waiting, and Monday comes around, and I don't hear anything. I'm like, okay, well, I guess the second reviewer didn't agree with the first reviewer. That's fine. I still got a 5-star review. I'm still happy, And then Tuesday comes around and says, congratulations, you got the Audiobook Reviewer's Choice Award, and here you go. And that means, I think, that means I'm in the running for Book of the Year for the end of the year. So fingers crossed that there's another award. And even if I don't get it, it's still, I'm now up to 5. So
why are you at 6?
I might be at the end of the year. You never know. But we talked about this in the last podcast. These competitions have entry fees, and I don't have the money to blanket throw all these entry fees to the thing.
So I'm shocked you don't have 6 already, dude.
I'm working on it.
Dude, what color?
Huh?
What color? Get to writing right now.
Well, I would be, but somebody was messing around and not getting ready to start the podcast because I used the same computer to write with that we do making the podcast.
Get to writing right now. Just
while we're doing the podcast.
Yes, multitask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Multitask.
I don't think it works quite that way.
I think it does.
I don't think so.
What about writing streams? Have you ever seen a writing stream?
Writing stream, no. I think someone's full of crap.
I think I'm full of intelligence.
Uh-huh. A very big brain, right?
I'd say I'm very full of intelligence. I'm boasting of it, actually. Intelligence is coming from the seams. Intelligence is just spewing out of me.
Something's spewing out of you, but I don't think it's intelligence.
It is intelligence. It smells brains.
It doesn't smell like intelligence.
And because intelligence doesn't smell like anything.
Well, something smells like something, and it ain't... smells more like cow manure to me.
I do that when I'm thinking, okay? When I get really smart, I think really hard. When I think really hard, I get embarrassed. When I get embarrassed, it happens.
Okay.
In front of the 2 people viewing this that have ever viewed it ever? How dare you do this to me?
It's okay. Your mom already knows.
Oh yeah, I know that. It's an inherited trait.
It's in front of our audience of two whole people. Yeah. So.
Hey, that's if we're lucky. We usually get one. Mom.
Hey, that's 100% increase right there. Woo woo.
I mean, considering it's not consistent, it's about like 120. So I mean, like, well, maybe 105 if we're lucky.
Hey, we're growing. It's positive growth. That's what matters.
Until it declines again, but call it a day.
Actually, we met our friend John Wayne Colamani and I believe it's his wife. I never did find out what the relationship was, but I think it's his wife.
Ooh, real shame when they turn out to be sisters.
That would be embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be bad. Yeah.
But we met them again. We met them for the first time at Creep IE. You weren't there for that. But I met them again at Midsummer Screen just, what was it, a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
I don't remember that. I wasn't there.
You were at Midsummer Screen.
Oh, no, I don't remember meeting the guys. I was not there.
No, that's right. You brought a friend so the two of you can run around and
Gallivant.
Yes.
Yes.
Frolic. Yes, because admittedly, hanging out with mom and dad is not the coolest thing for a 16-year-old to do. I will grant you that.
Yeah, it's lame.
Yeah, I will grant you that.
I don't know. Maybe if you're just more interesting to be cool, but.
Oh, jeez. No, I mean, what 16-year-old wants to hang out with mom and dad outside of a Mormon?
What is it? Not Mormon. I was gonna make a Amish joke. There we go.
Okay, outside of the Mormon or Amish religions, I don't think any teenager wants to hang out with mom and dad. So yeah, you were out gallivanting around, but his book was, I think, the first book we reviewed on the podcast. And we ran into him again at Midsummer Scream. There was only about 3 or 4 indie authors that we met. And I don't want to talk too much about who we met because it'd be a little awkward. It's like, oh, we met this guy, he was wonderful. And then we never reviewed the book because we only review books that we like because we don't want to slam people who don't like it. And if we talk about, hey, we met this guy and we never talk about the book, then we didn't like the book. So,
I would like to mention, though, we did buy a tome. We bought a spell book.
Oh my god, that book is so big.
We bought a spell book with all my necromancy and incantations.
So,
all my sorceries, all my wizard galabagoos.
Now, in all fairness, I chose this book because it looked interesting, right? It's actually a book about Halloween, which is my birthday. And, he had other books to choose from, which were not quite as big, but they were part of a series. And then he had this book about Halloween. And I picked it because that really looked interesting to me. But this book is about maybe 50 pages short of the smaller than The Stand. Okay, I mean, it's like this. It's a brick. So that's going to take a while to get through.
Yeah, I was afraid you could, kill a small child with it if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, if you accidentally dropped it on a small animal, it's dead.
Yeah. No, dude. I'm afraid I might drop it on myself while I'm reading like this. I'd be like, what you doing? Drop it, cut my face in half.
Yeah, you might have that what's the head injury disease that they talk about with football players? You might get that.
I think they call it crazy concussion syndrome.
Yeah, something like that. So it's huge.
It's big. Chunky.
Now
obese.
Now one indie author we did meet, we will talk about in the next podcast because we did review their read their graphic novel. We did like it, and we will review it next week. And we met a couple others. We'll read the books. If we like it, we'll review it and we'll talk about it on the podcast. But get back to the point. Get back to the point. We ran into our friend John Wayne Colamani, and we talked about the podcast. And we said, hey, if you want to be on the podcast, if you want to be interviewed, and he says, yes, I would love to be on the podcast. I love you. And I said, we got a whole 2 subscribers, and there's this one. You just got 2 more. So now we should be up to 4. Woohoo! See, we're growing.
Hold on, let me do some math real quick.
Hey, that's 100. 2 to 4 is 100% increase.
Calculator. 2 plus 9 minus 6 minus 3
What math are you
plus
doing?
80 minus 6 divided by 4
This podcast brought to you by Bistromatics,
minus
the mathematics that only exist in the bistro.
plus 12.25 plus 4. Yeah, we got 4 viewers then.
A branch of mathematics invented by, I just brain farted.
Ooh, could never be me.
Oh my god.
Because I ooze intelligence. Because I need intelligence in order to cast my sorceries.
Douglas Adams. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it eventually. I'm proud of you. Good job, buddy.
It does kill the joke when you have to stop and think for a minute as I pull a bite and.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because
someone's pulling a bite.
Because the chicken. I'm imitating you. I'm mimicking you. I'm making fun of you. Because he went across the road. Boom. There you go. Wondrous.
Oh Lord. Anywho. All right.
Hey, I just want to let you know that it's okay to not be funny. I've been doing it for years.
Not being funny? Yes, you've not been funny for years.
Yes, and you want to know where I got it from?
Your mother, apparently.
No, my mom's really funny. I don't think you get what's going on here. I don't know how to break this to you. I think we need to have a talk. You're not funny.
Yeah, okay.
But that's okay. There's certain professions for people who aren't funny. You know what I mean? You could become a doctor. You could become a lame history teacher. That's a good one. You could become a You could go to stand-up comedy and only go to Texas.
Okay.
They're not funny there. Same with Illinois. You could become a stand-up comedian in Illinois. You should kill there.
Texas comedians can be funny. It's Germans that aren't funny.
And that's racist.
It's not racist.
Are you saying that Germans can't? You just said that Germans can't be funny.
Yeah, but that's not a race. It's a culture. It's slightly different. Because technically, I'm part German.
So that explains it. Here.
Technically, that means you're part German, too.
I have so many jokes, but I think all of them will get me canceled immediately. Anyways, I have to pull out my dusty dictionary from 5th grade.
All right, before we go off on too much of a tangent, how about we do a book review?
Okay, and today we'll be going to be reviewing.
You want to do the book? You want to do the honors?
One moment, I am doing something.
Oh, Lord.
Now, hold up, wait.
Is this like one of those Animaniac spoofs where Yakko sings the entire dictionary?
I could if you want me to.
Advark and abacus and that.
Now, epilepsy. The definition for go to dictionary. The definition for epilepsy. Noun. A disorder of the nervous system accompanied by convulsions and loss of consciousness. Keep that in mind.
I don't know where you're going with this, and it scares me.
Oh boy.
I do worry. And you wonder why.
Forsaken Mercenary. Dropship by Jonathan Yanez. Oh my god, that dictionary was so dusty. Got all over my pitch black pants. Oh my lordy lord. Oh my. They can't control him. Then they'll try and kill him. Daniel Hunt is the deadliest mercenary in the galaxy, if he can just remember. 5 years ago, he woke up with nothing more than his name. Now, his present is in a violent collision with his past and the future of the galaxy. The Earth is dead. Humanity has taken to the moon and to Mars for a chance of survival. On what's left of Earth, primal gang wars for dominance. A rebel force will discover a weapon of unimaginable strength, and the wealthy in the galaxy will do anything to possess it. As Daniel unravels the origin of his past, he'll realize he's not the same weapon he once was. But does redemption exist for someone like him? Now, the best way I can describe this book. So, okay, you know those old 80s action movies? I bet you probably do because you're old, correct?
I'm the one that mentioned that to you.
But I'm running with it. Now, this is where the word epilepsy comes in. Because recently, for this, I started watching them. And I thought, while watching them, sometimes I thought I was going to have an epileptic fit. That's why I bring up epilepsy. This book is like an epileptic fit. At no point do you ever feel like it's like kind of chill. You know what I mean? It's very action-y. Lots of action. Like an epileptic fit.
Okay. So what 80s action movies were you watching that this inspired you to go watch?
Laser beam.
Okay, technically that was a 70s action movie. And that wasn't even a good one.
Oh, that's funny though.
Oh no, it's so bad.
Dude, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what inspired me to do epilepsy.
I remember when I was a kid, I begged your grandfather to go take me to go see that.
Yeah, no.
And I think we both regretted it.
No, I love that movie. Dude, I gotta make it like on my routine, like every month I gotta be like, try to watch a laser beam.
Oh, you gotta remember, when I was a kid, they showed the commercials and they were showing aliens and the guy running around with the laser. And we're like, oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be full of aliens running around with the laser beam. And they're like, no, that's like 5% of the movie.
Yeah.
And so I'm like waiting for the whole movie. I'm like, where are the aliens? Where's the spaceship? Where's the thing? And then like you don't even see it till like the third act. And I'm like, okay, now I can enjoy the movie. And then it was over.
It's an awesome movie. He has a laser gun that taunts him evil. That's awesome. I'm sorry. Does the premise alone not intrigue you? Does the premise alone not make you want to watch the entire film? Anyways, the book's good.
That's a hard turn right there. Anyway, I did enjoy the book. I will say though, this was like 80s action movie material. I mean, the guy starts off on the moon. He heals instantly. He's got amnesia. The dude's Space Wolverine.
Space Wolverine.
You know.
If you were looking for a complex story, right, with lots of like narrative beats, twists and turns, insane things, you're not gonna find it.
This ain't it.
You're not gonna find it.
No.
But if you like things that are awesome.
If you're looking for a book that's packing a lot of guns, and I ain't talking about the ones that go pew pew, I'm talking the guns, you know.
Never do that again.
Yeah.
Could you not? Yeah, no, don't do that.
This is like, you probably never seen the original Predator, but do you ever see the scene in the beginning of Predator?
No.
Where
No.
Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers, they shake hands, or like, how you doing, buddy? They shake hands.
Yeah, no, I've seen that.
And their arms are like
Huge.
like just huge and everything like that.
It's awesome.
That's the book in a nutshell.
Yeah,
it is that meme for like 200 pages.
Yeah, what more do you need?
You know,
With this being said, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. It is one of the best books I've ever read in my life. And so did keep me entertained. If you want a dramatic story, compelling characters, don't go here. If you want something awesome that will keep you entertained if you're not lame, buy this book. Give it a read. Give it a listen.
It is like I said, it is very 80s action-y type thing. I mean, like I said, a couple weeks ago we listened to The Forever Ship. That was way more cerebral. That was very, very more Battlestar Galactica-y. There's a lot of plot.
Plotting, planning, thinking, plundering.
Well, there's a little bit of plundering.
Pirating?
There's some pirating.
Seafaring? Scallywagging?
Now we're getting too far.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, this was all, big guys with big muscles.
Big guy, big guns.
With big guns.
Big guns, big ship.
Doing like some Mad Max roleplay kind of thing, and
big man, serious man, big strong, serious man.
Yeah. So if you like your sci-fi with a side of testosterone, this is your book.
Yeah.
Manly men, manly men doing manly space things. This is your book.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, like you said, it's well written. It's good. This is a man space book, right?
Man space book.
Right there.
Man space book.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my God.
This is your sci-fi with the tattoo sleeve all down the arm right there. Mm-hmm. Yep.
One moment. You see, a little. Do the viewers
the
know.
dog's eating you right now.
The dog is consuming me.
See, this is why we have a Patreon, right?
So we can pay to have the dog removed forever from our lives.
Well, no, so we can pay to have us removed. So we can have a professional studio. We can rent a space so that we can have a professional setup in a little office somewhere.
So just to prove it, look at this little guy.
He is adorable.
He's adorable.
He is less than a year old, and he is a pain in the ass.
Oh my God, I hate him.
We do not hate him. We love him. Even though he did eat all the Panda Sol yesterday.
Wait, why?
Yes. We had Panda Sol.
I was gone!
It's okay. I had like 3. He had like 50. He ate all of it.
I would have eaten all of it if I knew it was there.
Yeah, well,
You couldn't say that for today?
I tried. He ate it. I was saving it. He ate it.
Ain't no nuts. I know they're not because they don't exist.
But this is why we have a Patreon.
And this is why they took his balls.
So if we have a Patreon, we can have a professional studio so we can film this stuff away from the dog.
Dog.
Yes.
I don't see a dog anywhere.
So if you contribute to our Patreon, that is podbean.patreon.com. Sorry, no, that is patreon.podbean.com/Indie Author Showcase. Join our Patreon, $1 a month, and we give you a shout out here on the podcast. $5 a month, we not only give you a shout out, but we give you one of our wonderful Indie Author Showcase t-shirts. Your support will allow us to get a professional office away from the dog so we can actually have the podcast uninterrupted with professional equipment and dog free.
Yep, and since the dog is mauling me, it's because I don't think he's going to let up anytime soon. We must say toodaloo.
Well, no.
Yeah, I know you did the shameless plug thing.
Shameless plug.
Hey, well, you shameless plug, I put the dog away.
Yes.
Okay,
so,
well.
Where are you on? Okay. Where are we going to be at?
Monster Monster.
Come on, we've done this 100 times. You should know by now. The next thing we're going to do is September 14th and 15th is going to be HorrorCon in Los Angeles, where we are going to have not only Michael Biehn, but the voice actor for Roger Rabbit is also going to be there. Yeah, I just found that out too. So then the weekend after that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after that is going to be Creep IE, where we're going to have C. Thomas Howell, Dee Wallace, Henry Thomas from E.T., and the guy I'm looking forward to the most, Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian himself.
Yay!
Almost got it right that time.
Yeah, you almost.
Lando Calrissian. Jeez, only took me 3 times.
Yeah.
It's not like I talk for a living or anything like that.
It's not like all you do is yep.
On top of that, you also have the cast for Terrifier is going to be there. Then
That one, what?
in October, we're going to have Son of Monster Palooza, where we're going to have Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell's going to be at Son of Monster Palooza.
Woohoo!
And we are working on conventions for next year. We are working on trying our first attempt at Texas Frightmare Weekend. I've sent in the application, so fingers crossed. We'll see if that works. I've not done that one before. I've heard that one is huge.
How come he doesn't bite you? What?
Huh?
How come he doesn't bite you? He bites me.
Because I'm the alpha. I'm the big dog.
Don't say that ever again. That would be preferred if you just never just.
He knows not to mess with me. And where can they support the podcast? And
Shop Spectral Ink, shopspectralink.com.
shopspectralink.com, where they can buy any of our books. They can buy our book-related merchandise, such as our 3D printed monsters. They can buy our t-shirts, bath towels, blankets, and they can also buy merch related to the podcast now. They can buy t-shirts, coffee mugs, phone cases.
I think he's stupid. He's trying to chase after his own tail.
All dogs do that.
I think he's stupid.
All dogs do that. See?
Well,
And that's why we need help with the Patreon. Join the Patreon, support us, let us have a professional dog-free studio. And with that, we will say, go ahead.
Toodaloo. Oh my god, you let me.
Yes, I have surrendered to the Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
I have resigned to the Toodaloo.
He's climbing me.
And with that, the boy was eaten.
No.